Rain and Ariane's love for each other became stronger and secure each day. Unbeknownst to them, Dale came to know about Rain's getting seriously in love with Ariane, and he is watching them closely. Whatever is in his mind right now, he is already making a plan only he knows. Is his plan dangerous enough to keep his brother at risk with Ariane? While being busy with paperwork, a call from Mr. Hendricks came, asking him to come immediately to the depot. Mr. Hendricks looked very upset and restless, nearly throwing a fit of panic. Rain sensed something wrong just away. Mr. Hendricks spoke over the phone, so he and Ariane rushed out of the building and told Neil to speed up to his depot at Mercer County. When they arrived, heavy smoke and fire were still being extinguished by the firefighters of the company and the city fire department. Rain was met by Mr. Hendricks, explaining to him what happened.
Mr. Hendricks explained further. The fire started in the kitchen of the cafeteria. The cook and his assistants tried to put out the fire, but it became alarming, so they broke the fire alarm. The fire grew bigger and everybody ran out of the building until the fire brigade called the fire department for assistance. The firefighters arrived on time, and what you see now is what was left.
With a worried expression on his face, Rainey asked, "Was anyone hurt?"
The fire investigator approached Rain and brought him to the scene and gave him his opinion on how the fire started and why it became bigger rather than having it extinguished completely. That a shattering explosion followed.
The fire inspector expressed his findings as dubious because, as he said, there were two gasoline containers kept along the perimeter of the cafeteria, and it accidentally hit by a delivery truck, that it overflowed and spread to the back door of the kitchen where the gas tanks were placed. And what is disturbing here was, when the gasoline flooded the ground go into the kitchen, it was left there to dry up, so that it easily ignited when someone threw a lighted cigarette recklessly to the ground where the gasoline dried up, and that's where the flame started, causing a shattering explosion.
Rainey Martin turned to Mr. Hendricks confused. Why was this incident not acted upon, and worse, why was it left messed up? Not a single person cared enough to clean the mess. I don't understand. It is disturbing to me.
Oh my God, I wasn't aware of that, exclaimed Mr. Hendricks. No one even reported to me about that incident. This was recklessness.
This wasn't recklessness. I couldn't really think of a proper way to say this, but I feel there is something suspicious here. It must be done on purpose. Was this a form of grudge or vengeance? Did I make an enemy I'm not aware of?
Rain and Ariane went back to the scene with the inspector and discussed further about the extent of the damages, and beyond their knowledge, someone is eavesdropping and watching them. Someone was standing out of their sight, listening. Then he quickly lit up a lighter and threw it towards a gas tank that was momentarily left unmoved by the firefighters. The flame was thrown to a pile with the gas tank, and it caused another fire which the three were unmindful of. Then, another explosion occurred. Ariane and Rain were thrown out on the ground, losing consciousness. The employees who were on standby waiting for their CEO's announcement got nervously startled and shaken by another explosion inside the building. The firefighters were gravely shaken by the explosion that they ran inside to get the people trapped there, telling the employees to stand aside and wait, as everyone were fearful and anxious for their CEO and his assistant. Rain immediately returned to consciousness, and he thought about Ariane. He was struggling as he moved, with vision still blurry, and the thick smoke from the explosion made him stagger, unsure of the direction he was exploring. And when his vision came clear, there she saw Ariane, laying unconscious. He quickly picked her up close to him, weeping as he called out her name.
Rainey was sobbing with a heavy heart. "Ariane, I'm here. Please wake up. I can't let you die on me. Please."
Ariane was not moving. Rain carried her as he yelled for help. Rain ran out of the building, and when the firemen saw him carrying Ariane, Rain shouted for an ambulance. The ambulance quickly responded as they were on a standby and carried Ariane to rush her to the hospital. Will Ariane make it to the hospital? Is Rain's suspicion right about someone messing around his business?
Part 46 follows.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. This helps me continue the journey of my characters again and again. Don't miss the coming episodes, and thank you for your support. See you in the next chapter on my YouTube and TikTok channels.